Hello there, people of the internet. Welcome back to another reaction video. Today, I think somebody in my Discord actually sent me this over on my Scarebaz submission. Faller of Shepherds sent a couple of videos from this channel into my Scarebaz submission, so thank you for that, Faller of Shepherds. I thought we've reacted to one of this videos before in a Scarebaz episode, and I thought it would be cool to watch some more of them, like as a whole, as its independent video. And that channel is called SCP Realized. Now this channel basically does, like, I guess rundowns or maybe like operations within SCP in like an analog horror kind of fashion, and maybe speaking about what the SCP actually is, what they do, blah blah blah. But it's like very short videos each time. It's like 1 minute, 2 minute, that kind of thing. So we got a couple of videos to get through here. So guys, be sure to go subscribe like I just did there to SCP Realized. Go show your support. Their link will be down below as always, and let's just jump straight in. So I went down. I didn't know where to start really, because I've already watched the FNAF one. I think I started on Burning Man here, and then we worked our way up. So we're gonna start with that one. So let's go. Burning Man.
SCP Foundation Public Alert.
Okay.
You are hereby ordered by the SCP Foundation and the government to stay inside until further notice.
Wow.
An anomaly, which may be hazardous to your health, is in the area. Staying inside will keep you safe.
Hazardous to your health?
The anomaly takes the form of a giant humanoid made of fire. You should keep a fire extinguisher nearby.
Who's this? The frickin', what's his name from Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain? Was it Volgan? Was it Volgan? Well, that's a spoiler, I guess. But...
Do not fight the anomaly directly. You will only be harmed. Focus on putting out the fires it causes.
Why don't you just extinguish...
The SCP Foundation will arrive soon to contain the anomaly. Stay safe until then.
Right, so...
Secure. Contain. Protect.
I mean, they could have at least had a nice calming voice for this, couldn't they? The robot voice just makes everything so eerie. So there's Burning Man, so it's one guy on fire, just walking around the neighborhood. That's pretty much 2022 in a nutshell, isn't it? Everyone's on fire, but everyone's okay with it. Well, they're not okay with it, but what can they do? Like, you gotta just move on with your life, haven't you? And that's the Burning Man right there. The embodiment of 2022. Okay. This one's called Aqua, SCP Atlantis Scenario. This one's a bit different because it's actually like a video. Like an actual recording kind of thing.
Item number pending. Temporary designation SCP Aqua. Object class pending. Description: SCP Aqua is an underwater city populated by somewhat humanoid entities. These entities are hostile to the Foundation and humanity.
Oh, is it like Atlantis?
The entities inhabiting the city of SCP Aqua are designated SCP Mermaids.
Mermaids?
SCP Mermaids have weapons, which may be able to destroy human civilization.
They haven't got any pockets, mate. Where are they going to put these weapons, eh?
As this anomaly has only been recently discovered, Command is still formulating a defensive strategy.
Hang on a sec. If they're not doing anything... I mean, they're hostile when you interact with them, right? Why would you then go and be like, we need to get rid of them now? If they're not, just leave them alone. We can share this planet with other species. Okay, let's just move on. We've got our own species to worry about with this war and famine and all that stuff. We don't need to be fighting mermaids, Aquamen. Let's be honest. Launch preemptive strike against SCP Aqua. Dismantle its significant anomalous weaponry. Proposal passes. Oh my god. Well, see, I don't know who's in charge of this kind of stuff, but they need to be sacked. If they're not, like, a threat, like, they're not actually, you know, showing any kind of aggression, I don't see the point in... Whatever. Right, this one's a little bit different. This is called Pluripotent Nightmare Syndrome. Let's have a look, see what this one is. Why is that such a fat head? (2:45 a.m.) I guess it turns the light on. There's a big baby head there.
Has this happened to you?
What?
An estimated 1 in 10 people globally regularly suffer from nightmares related to children.
I don't think I've ever had a nightmare about a
This
child.
is due to the termination of an apex tier pluripotent being by the SCP Foundation.
What?
The SCP Foundation apologizes for the unfortunate effects you may be suffering from.
So something that the SCP have released.
Yourself, please visit the nearest pharmacy and ask for Class B amnestics.
And you'll get killed. You'll get shot in the head.
For viewing this short message from the SCP Foundation. Secure.
Right.
Contain.
So they released something into the atmosphere. Termination of an apex tier pluripotent. Okay, so they killed something. Apex tier. So that's like, what, predatorial. And that it's released something into the atmosphere. What the hell did they kill? For it to do that? It must have been freaking huge, man. Moving on. Okay, here we go. This one's called Wendigo. A lot of people are familiar with Wendigos. Wendigos. Until Dawn.
If you reside in the north of the American continent, you must stay in your home. You must not go outside until it has been deemed safe to do so by the SCP Foundation.
I'm sorry, but it just feels like SCP are just making the world unsufferable. Let's be honest. I mean, so these things are what, living on Earth, and they contain them or whatever. It just seems like ever since this thing was created, everyone's at risk now. I blame the SCP Foundation. Maybe these SCPs were non-threatening at all. Who knows?
Entities resembling SCP-323-1, also named Wendigos, have emerged throughout the North of America. These entities are hostile, and you must shelter inside. If these entities do not eat constantly, they will quickly expire. This is why it is beneficial to you and your community to hide, and not try to fight.
Right, that's not terrifying. The SCP
Foundation will arrive soon to contain the entities. Hide until the situation has been resolved. The Foundation will inform you when you may resume normal activity. Thank you for your attention and cooperation.
It just feels like you can't do anything with the SCP around.
Secure. Contain. Protect.
Protect what? I guess you are protecting technically, but it just feels like... I don't know. I mean... doesn't feel fun, does it, to live in the SCP universe? You can't go out, you can't do anything, don't look at your TV, don't listen to the music, don't look over there, don't do this. Just kill me at that point. Shoot me in the fucking head. Because I'm not... there's so many things, there's so many laws and rules that I'm meant to follow. Bro, I would forget my own head if it wasn't attached to my body, okay? There's no way in hell I'm remembering all these things. I'd just get so bored, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you get bored? All these rules and restrictions in place. Obviously, it's to protect you, but at that point, it's like, is there any point in living? What are we doing? Living like moles. We're just in our houses. I mean, I do that anyway, to be fair. I mean, but if I didn't have internet and gaming and YouTube, then I would lose my mind, I think. Black hole invaders. What the hell was that? Look like sperm cells coming out of a black... And this is how children are made. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sex education tape. Oh, what is that? It's like someone riding a horse. Oh my goodness.
The following is an alert to all staff from the SCP Aviation.
You're not even safe in space! Jesus!
A hostile alien force has emerged from an anomaly at the edge of the solar system. The SCP Foundation is moving to Alert Level 4. At Alert Level 4, all SCP Foundation sites must be put into lockdown, and all essential staff must be secured in exclusionary sites. All mobile task forces, security forces, joint task forces and other security elements must be put on standby.
Wait, this is an Avengers level threat. Put the Avengers onto it. Listen, if there's SCPs that are evil, there's got to be like SCPs that are good, like superheroes, right? You can't just have all these horrible things and like we're just, what, made to stay inside and suck our thumbs.
Form the global occult coalition of a situation to ensure a positive security outcome for the human race. A suitable cover store will be given to the public and global governments to encourage the public to seek shelter.
It makes you think, doesn't it? Like the operations and the things that are going on without us knowing. Like, you know, James Bond. I wonder how many times, because you think about it, we're following James Bond around. He's stopping, like, the world from ending. But outside of James Bond, like, people in that universe, in that world, they're just living a normal life. They don't know that the world was close to destruction. You know what I mean? Makes you think how many times we've been close to, like, extinction, basically, before it was stopped by something. It makes you think, doesn't it? It's crazy. This one is called Zombie Plague. This one's interesting for sure. This is really good, by the way. I love things like that. It doesn't give too much. Like, it doesn't rely on like jump scares and stuff. Like I said, I've said it 100 times. They give you just enough to think the rest of it up. And the imagination is the scariest thing, I think.
Alert by the SCP Foundation is authorized by your national government. Please pay close attention to this alert, and do not turn off your device.
Okay.
A dangerous anomalous disease has spread within your area. You must stay inside to avoid contagion.
Zombie virus.
This disease is 100% lethal, and reanimates corpses into slow-moving but resilient and hostile entities.
Damn.
Under no circumstances should any large groups of these entities be engaged in combat.
Why not?
The safest course of action is to
stay
barricade yourself inside and wait for assistance from the Foundation.
I can't believe this.
The SCP Foundation will soon have the situation contained and
I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Even if they did, there's going to be like another one tomorrow. At this point, just get me off Earth. Just send me somewhere else. Oh, actually, I guess you can't. I guess it's not safe. You okay there, little local man? You want to come up here and say hi? Come say hi to the people. Say hi, little local man. No, not going anywhere. You're staying with me, little local man. Say hello to the people. You're kicking the microphone, little local man. You think you're smart? You think you're clever? Wanna fight? Put him up. Ah! Oh my god, no! Oh, look! Oh! Oh! Okay, go, I'm sorry. Let's get out of here.
Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Good luck.
Good luck, mine ass. Okay. Let's look at this one more. Let's have a look at one more. And if you guys want to see more of this, then hit the like button down below. Let's shoot for 800 likes. If we can hit 800 likes, I know you guys will want to see more. And we'll do some more. Be sure to check out SCP Realize as well. And
all
here we go.
From the
This is Do Not Look at the Sky.
This message is to all staff from the SCP Foundation Occult Studies Department. You are advised not to look at the sky under any circumstances.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean, though? Like, what? You're not allowed to look anywhere.
This involves looking at clouds, the sun, stars, or the moon.
Yeah, at that point, just kill me. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's nothing better than looking at a nice sunset or a sunrise, or looking at the stars on a nice open sky at night. It's just that does something. It's primal. It does something to you. It relaxes you. It releases loads of nice endorphins, dopamine, all that good drugs that just flow naturally through you when you look at something beautiful. If I can't do that, just shoot me in the head. I swear to God.
If you observe the sky in any way, you may experience the following effects:
Erectile dysfunction.
headaches, stomachache, confusion, crying, dizziness, an itchy back.
I get that from looking at the sky anyway.
Visions, extreme anger, extreme sadness, vomiting, murderous intent.
I don't get those.
If you look at the sky and experience these effects, isolate immediately. You are likely under the influence of a dangerous pluripotent entity.
Okay, what the hell is pluripotent? I'll search that up.
The SCP Foundation is working on a solution to this situation.
What are you gonna do?
Until such a solution has been reached, be strong, be safe, and stay inside. The Foundation thanks you for not looking at the sky and cooperating.
That is mad.
Secure, contain, protect.
A nigh omnipotent entity with planet-wide reality warping capacity and a god complex and/or human psychology is likely a very specific term referring to one particular type of not so powerful deity rather than a catch-all term for gods in general. Keep in mind, the Foundation runs into this kind of crap on a weekly basis, a good chunk of which is less on the god side of things and more on the squid side. There we go, guys. That was SCP Realized. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to subscribe to them. They've got plenty of content that I haven't looked at, and if you want me to watch some more, let me know down below. Let's shoot for 800 likes. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this reaction, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care, guys.